Chosen one, hear this with your spirit first. A new home is coming to you with divine ease. This is not imagination, not coincidence, and not emotional hope. This is a prophetic moment aligned perfectly with God's timing. Something in the atmosphere has shifted, and heaven has declared, it is time. The weight you've been carrying is lifting not because your circumstances suddenly changed, but because God decided your season has changed. When divine timing activates, force becomes unnecessary, tension becomes irrelevant, and resistance becomes powerless. You are standing in a moment of spiritual synchronization where heaven and earth have aligned on your behalf. This is the moment where your prayers, your endurance, and your faith converge into tangible manifestation. The new home that has been promised, prayed for, dreamed about, and cried over is now standing in heaven's release queue, moving toward your life with unstoppable grace. You are not stepping into a house. You are stepping into a new chapter of ease, written under your name long before you ever walked this earth. And now, chosen one, the shift begins. You have officially shifted into divine timing, a realm where doors that once refused to budge now open without force. Things that were delayed, blocked, complicated, or confusing are suddenly aligning with supernatural precision. The winds have changed direction, and they now blow in your favor. For a long time, you had to push through life with spiritual muscle, constantly fighting, trying, adjusting, and striving just to get a fraction of what you needed. But divine timing removes the need for hustle. It replaces effort with flow. What once felt like climbing uphill will now feel like walking on level ground. The energy around you becomes lighter, conversations become smoother, and opportunities appear with shocking ease. This is the sign that God has stepped into the situation and taken over the logistics. You're no longer working from your own strength. You're being carried by grace. Nothing about this shift is accidental. This is the ordained moment where God says, "Now watch me do it." And chosen one, He is doing it. Your new home is not being prepared. It is already being finalized. Heaven is not negotiating it. Heaven is securing it. This home is not merely a building or a location. It is an atmosphere, a sanctuary, a spiritual elevation point sent directly from God. The address that's coming carries intention, overflow, expansion, and divine protection. It is strategically chosen to match your next level, your healing, your creativity, your peace, and your calling. You are not simply moving. Your life is being upgraded. This new home will carry an entirely different frequency than anything you've lived in before. It will feel like stepping into the environment your soul always recognized, but your life had not yet reached. This is not a relocation for convenience. It is a relocation for destiny. And the miraculous ease with which this home shows up will remind you that when God moves, no human explanation is needed. What He approves cannot be blocked. Chosen one, before we go further, activate this prophetic message in your spiritual atmosphere. Comment your warmest wishes and write 777. The number 777 symbolizes completion, transition, and divine unlocking. Heaven's way of confirming that something in your timeline has finished and something new is beginning. When you write 777, you are not just commenting. You are declaring alignment, sealing agreement, and stepping into divine flow. Engage fully. Like this message, subscribe if you haven't, and anchor yourself in this prophetic stream. Your engagement is not for the algorithm. It is a spiritual act of saying, I am ready for what God is releasing. And chosen one, what he's releasing is monumental. This move will not resemble your past cycles of begging, borrowing, stressing, or breaking. In this season, there are no battles waiting for you, only confirmations. God is not requiring extra effort from you because the spiritual price for this blessing has already been paid. Your past seasons were filled with struggle, scarcity, and survival mode decisions, but now you step into a chapter where ease becomes your norm. Not laziness, ease. Not passivity, flow. You no longer have to drag your blessings into your life. They are now arriving effortlessly. This is your season of soft landings. The doors will open smoothly, the conversations will align without friction, and the approvals will come without complication. Divine ease means God fights the battles before you arrive at the battlefield. And chosen one, he already has. Every tear, every prayer, every moment of endurance has been recorded in the courts of heaven. None of it was ignored, none of it was wasted. God saw the nights you cried silently so no one would hear. He saw the nights you held yourself together because you had no one else to lean on. He saw the days you kept going even when your spirit felt drained. Those moments became seeds, and heaven has now prepared the harvest. You are not receiving a house, you are receiving sanctuary, restoration, and spiritual authority over the environment where your soul will finally breathe. God has written your new home into his divine arrangement, and what is written by God cannot be unwritten by man. You've been tired, not just physically, but spiritually tired. You carried burdens quietly because you didn't want to burden others. You endured situations that drained you emotionally. You fought silent wars that no one knew existed. Yet despite it all, you stayed faithful. Even when you questioned everything else, you did not collapse under pressure. Your quiet perseverance activated a divine response. Your steadfastness reached beyond earthly realms into the heavenly dimension. And now that endurance is being rewarded. This new home is not just a blessing. It is a transition from survival into serenity. Your soul will finally experience what it feels like to rest without fearing the next storm. Every detail of your new home, every wall, window, view, breeze, sound, has been aligned with your calling. The space will elevate you, restore you, and position you for your next level. People will not understand how you received it so easily because the blessing won't match your previous battles. It won't match your income, your credit, or your connections. That's the evidence that it's God. This home is purpose-built, spiritually coded with intention, and designed for the version of you that is emerging. When you walk into it, you will feel your spirit expanding, your creativity rising, and your peace deepening. It is not a home, it is an assignment. Your old address no longer matches your new identity. The discomfort, the closed doors, the expired relationships, the sudden frustration, these were not random. These were divine signals that your season in that space has ended. God has been gently, and sometimes abruptly, pushing you away from the old so you can step into the new. You outgrew that environment, and staying there became spiritually suffocating. The shift you feel is not instability, it is transition. You are being moved from a place that once served you to a place that will now elevate you. Every detail of this move, timing, finances, location, emotional readiness, has already been orchestrated by God. Nothing will feel forced or rushed. Everything will feel natural, peaceful, and aligned. God is not just giving you a home. He is giving you a perfectly timed arrival. When you step into this new home, you will sense instantly that everything is exactly the way it should be. No chaos, no confusion, just divine rightness, the kind of peace that tells you, this is the place. Once you move in, you will notice a dramatic shift in your atmosphere. Bills will become easier to manage. Your energy will replenish faster. Ideas will return with clarity. You will wake up with peace instead of pressure. The environment will support your spiritual frequency instead of suppressing it. You are stepping into an atmosphere that lifts you rather than weighs you down. This home will align with your higher self and your higher calling. God is not only upgrading your address, He is upgrading the people surrounding you. Your new neighbors, community, and environment will be calmer, kinder, more spiritually aligned. You won't have to shrink, hide your gifts, or suppress your truth. You will be surrounded by people who match your energy instead of draining it. This is a divine community upgrade that reflects the new version of you. The delay you experienced was not punishment, it was preparation. God needed you to heal, release certain people, outgrow old mindsets, and strengthen your discernment before placing you in this new environment. If you had moved earlier, you would have carried old burdens into a new space, polluting the blessing. Now, you are spiritually ready. This timing is perfect because you are prepared. You will not have to chase listings, beg for approvals, or force opportunities. The home will find you. It will show up through an unexpected channel, conversation, message, connection, or divine orchestration. Your confirmation will not be logical. It will be peaceful. The moment you see it, something inside you will say, "This is the one." God will make sure you recognize it instantly. When you enter this new home, the first tears you shed will not be from pain. They will be from recognition. You will feel God's remembrance, accuracy, and faithfulness. Every room will echo your answered prayers. You will remember the nights you begged for breakthrough and realize that God never forgot you. Those tears will be holy tears, the release of a long-awaited promise. The moment you step into this home, your old identity, the one shaped by survival, scarcity, and struggle, will retire. You will rise into a new identity rooted in confidence, purpose, and divine alignment. This home marks the beginning of a self that no longer lives in reaction to hardship, but in alignment with destiny. You are stepping into what God already paid for in the spiritual realm. This home is not the peak, it is the beginning. It is the gateway to more wealth, more opportunities, deeper healing, and greater spiritual clarity. This space is prophetic ground. Once you're settled, blessings will flow faster, opportunities will multiply, and your creativity will be activated. This is not the end. This is the launch pad. When you walk into your new home, it will feel strangely familiar, as if you've been there before. Your soul will recognize the environment. The colors, the light, the layout, the atmosphere will feel aligned with your purpose. You will feel clarity, creativity, healing, and spiritual grounding rising from within you. This is soul recognition, the sign that you've arrived where you were always meant to be. You survived cramped spaces, heavy atmospheres, toxic environments, and seasons where you felt spiritually suffocated. You didn't let bitterness win. You didn't let darkness harden your heart. You kept your integrity even when life was unfair. And because of that, outrageous overflow has been activated. This new home is the proof that your wandering season is over. Your desires have been shifting. You've been feeling emotionally detached from your current surroundings. You've been dreaming about new spaces, new environments, new beginnings. Your intuition has been whispering relocation. These are not random thoughts. These are divine signs. Your spirit has moved before your body. The physical move is simply catching up. Your confirmation will be ease, no blockages, no resistance, no inner alarms. Everything will flow. The paperwork will be smooth. The conversations will align. The timing will be perfect. The entire process will feel natural, effortless, and peaceful. This is how you will know the home is from God. Peace will accompany every step. This move will not break you financially. God is orchestrating every approval, every conversation, every negotiation. Favor will appear in ways that shock you. Discounts, approvals, timing, people speaking on your behalf, everything will work in your favor. This home is being divinely funded. Heaven is covering what your resources cannot. This new home will protect you from toxic people, old triggers, emotional residue, and past patterns. The atmosphere itself will filter out what does not belong. No one with wrong intentions will feel comfortable entering. Only what matches your frequency will have access. This space is spiritually guarded. The moment you settle in, ideas will return, creativity will bloom, projects you abandoned will resurrect. Peace will fuel your purpose, your mind will expand, your energy will rise, and clarity will sharpen. This home will not just house you, it will evolve you. The noise from your old environment made it hard to hear God clearly. But in this new home, His whispers will return. Decisions will become easier. Your intuition will strengthen. You'll trust yourself again. You'll feel spiritually connected in a way you haven't felt in years. This home is a magnet for manifestation. Unexpected income, opportunities, blessings, and breakthroughs will arrive at your new address. Heaven knows where to find you, and abundance will flow directly into this space. This is your appointed location for overflow. This home will become holy ground, a place where healing begins, confidence returns, and laughter is restored. You will rebuild yourself in this space. You will rise stronger, clearer, and more aligned. This home is sacred territory assigned to your destiny. You will realize that this move is not luck, it is covenant. This home marks a timeline shift in your life, before the new home and after the new home. It is a soft landing after years of climbing uphill. You will feel the miracle every time you open the door. God preserved this home for you. It didn't go to anyone else because it was never meant to. It waited for your healing, your growth, your clarity, your alignment. Now, in this perfect season, the delivery is being released. Nothing was lost. Everything was reserved. Once you move in, you will walk, speak, think, and carry yourself differently. Assurance will replace insecurity. Peace will replace anxiety. Confidence will replace fear. You will know in your soul that nothing and no one can reverse what God has ordained. Stay expectant, chosen one. Do not sabotage this blessing with doubt. Do not question the timing or fear the process. Remain aligned, grateful, open, and steady. The transition has already begun. Heaven has decided. Divine ease is here, and the new home, your home, is already yours.